All right, moving right along. You are now in Module 3. And Module 3 wraps up our treatment of the balance sheet with shareholders' equity. Then we'll move to financial statements and SEC reporting requirements as we move up the chain to get eventually to financial analysis. The Coursera content for Module 3 is comprised of 4 different topics in 2 different courses. The first is the one we're just wrapping up, which is Financial Accounting Advanced Topics, University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, taught by Professor Urkan. And we're going to cover weeks 3 and 4 of that course, which are Shareholders Equity and the Cash Flow Statement. And then we're going to move on to a different course, but also University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, this time by Professors Ham and Brown. And these are relating to financial statements, SEC filings, and ratio analysis, where we'll utilize their weeks 1 and 2 of their course on financial statements and GAAP, and then an introduction to SEC filings. Topic 1 is shareholders' equity. And we're going to look at various types of shareholders' equity, and there are 3 factors that can change the value of shareholders' equity. So look in detail at the common shares, share issuance process, and accounting for the share issuance. Then you'll examine how retained earnings information is displayed inside of shareholders' equity, and then move to a discussion on the accounting for distributions. First, we'll explore the accounting for dividends and share repurchases. Learning objectives are know the 3 factors that could change shareholders' equity, appreciate the importance of common shares, account for share issuance, dividend payments, and share repurchases. The content are including videos and practice quizzes and some reading. The estimated time for completion is 2 hours. Second topic is cash flow statement, and one of the major statements is a cash flow statement, and this looks at change in cash over a certain period of time, typically 1 year, and it looks at valuable information about the liquidity position of the firm and the cash consequences of managerial operating and investing decisions, as well as the earnings quality for the firm. The learning objectives are to differentiate between net income and cash flow, appreciate how investors can use cash flows in their decisions, and then construct a cash flow statement and utilize cash flow statements to uncover potential earnings management. The methods we'll be using here are similar to others, which are video, practice quizzes, and some reading. The total estimated time for completion is 2.2 hours. Topic 3 is an introduction to financial statements and basic accounting principles. This is an overview of the required financial statements and the GAAP principles that underlie all accounting policies and practices. The learning objectives are to look at the 5 statements: income statement, cash flow, comprehensive income, balance sheet, and shareholders' equity. Now, you may hear me say there are 4 basic financial statements, and here we say there are 5. Why is that different? It's because that sometimes the statement of comprehensive income is just tacked on to the bottom of the income statement. And it really is an extension of the income statement when you look at what it is. Some companies choose to prepare 5 separately. Others choose to prepare 4 and simply extend the income statement to include comprehensive income. The content will be comprised of videos, practice quizzes, and some reading. The total time for completion is 1.5 hours. Topic 4 is the introduction to SEC filings. And in this module, you'll understand the most common SEC filings and the information included about the firm. The learning objectives are role and responsibility of the SEC, the common filings of the SEC, annual and quarterly financial reports, and other events-based filings to the SEC, such as change in ownership or significant events, accessing the SEC filings directly through governmental databases or through other services that also link to the governmental database, and review a typical SEC filing with the 10-K, the proxy, and the SEC comment letters. The content will, as usual, be videos, practice quizzes, and some reading. The total estimated time for completion is 1.5 hours. All right, so ready for Module 3 on shareholders' equity, financial statements, and SEC reporting? Hope so, because you're about to hit the road. Bye-bye and enjoy.